Hey everybody, it's Wootini from GayGamer.net here with another weekly video podcast. This past week, I'm sure you already saw my full report on the website, but I attended the EA Full Spectrum event, which, say what you will about EA, and I know that they don't have a lot of fans right now, what with this whole SimCity debacle. Thank God I A, don't have a PC, and B, don't like sim games, so I was not even remotely interested in it, so I don't care if the servers are down and you can't play it and everything, but yes, that is a big boodle, and glad I missed out on that. But EA should be commended for organizing this event. I mean, we'll see where it goes from here, but it was a nice jumping off point to bring up the various issues concerning equal rights and, you know, LGBT characters in games and LGBT employees in the studios and making sure that they have good working environments and all this sort of thing, and how can we stop hate speech when people are playing online, and like, it absolutely boggled my mind because during one portion of the day, they had on a video screen a live feed from nohomophobes.com where it basically was tallying the top 4 most offensive phrases being used online that day, and like, when they turned it on, the word faggot had been used on Twitter over 6,000 times. And it was only 10 in the morning. And by the time they finished that segment of the day, that one panel, it had already gone over 7,000. And there's a live Twitter ticker at the bottom where you actually see the tweets that they're pulling, you know, all of these words from. You see the actual tweets on the screen, which is kind of, you know, insane and awesome at the same time. But, I mean, it's not awesome that people are using this kinds of language, but it's awesome that they're being shamed on this feed. But, oh my god, it was mind-boggling just to see the tickers just constantly, like, in real time, just going click, 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 click. Just constant use of these words and phrases online. It was just crazy. I mean, obviously the event was not going to find any solutions. You know, there's no easy solutions, but I do appreciate that they held this event and had some industry people there to talk on these panels, and there was media there to cover it, and other industry people there, and there was, you know, panel discussions and then some Q&A with the people in the audience, and it was a good discussion to get the ball rolling. I mean, we'll see where this goes. And we'll see if EA follows up with, like, you know, another event. But I mean, they should be commended for even acknowledging the issue, even if, obviously, you can't fix it. But at least they acknowledged it and tried to start a discussion. So, props to EA for that one. And then, in other news, there were some game sales going on. Xbox had some massive sales, knocking games down like half price or even more. I ended up getting El Shaddai for $2.99. I mean, come on, $3? How can you not buy that? I mean, I'd played the demo, I'd gone to visit the developer and played a demo, and, like, thought it was really cool, but it was one of those games where it looks really cool, but it's not, like, a must-buy on my list, so there are other games that are must-buys, and that one just kind of waits until there's nothing else to play, and then maybe I'll get it. You know, and then I'll just get them out of the bargain bin or something. But this was, like, the best bargain bin ever. So I just downloaded it off Xbox Live for $3. Have not started playing it yet, but I will. I'm still trying to finish Ni No Kuni. More on that later. But I also tried to get, they did have Fable 3, but it wouldn't let me buy it. And then it turns out I think the reason that it wouldn't let me buy it is because I thought, oh, it's $9.99, that's $10 is a pretty good price, okay, fine. But it wouldn't let me buy it. I tried on the website, I tried on my Xbox, nothing was working. And then at one point later on in the day I tried again, and it was $19.99. And I said, oh, that's why. Because the sale ended the previous day, I guess. Because they were like one-day sales. And it said it was $9.99, but then it wasn't letting me buy it, and I think it's because it was actually $19.99, but they hadn't, like, adjusted the site yet. But because I was going to get Fable 3, because I did enjoy Fable 1 and 2, and even though I heard that 3 wasn't as good, I think I would still probably enjoy it. And I thought about if they put Bioshock 2 on sale, I might think about picking that up, but I don't think they did. And then over on the PlayStation side, they had the PlayStation Network Awards where everyone voted, and the games that won were put on discount. So I ended up picking up Journey over there. It was like $10.49, I think it was. So not quite half off, but close to it. And I have to say, I'm a little bit glad that I got it on sale, because I feel like if I'd paid $20 for it, I'm not sure I might have felt a little ripped off. Because I started playing it, and I finished the desert section and got to the, snow section, and I thought, oh, okay, let me take a break now and go eat lunch and whatever. And then the next day, I said, oh, let me go sit down and play some more. I ended up finishing it, because it's just that short. And I had no idea that it was that short of an experience. I mean, the experience itself is quite amazing. It's visually stunning, the art design is gorgeous, and I love the fact that it's just, everything is just suggested. Like, the story is just, it just shows at you everything, and you kind of just, there's no words, there's no dialogue, and you just sort of interpret things as you want, which I think is kind of cool. And you just basically are trying to get there, to the top of the mountain. And it's funny because I was working my way through this one section with somebody else, and I also do love the fact that you're basically playing online with people, but there's no communication aside from, like, flashing symbols at each other. So there's no online smack talk or anything. Although you are sort of working cooperatively, I guess. And we worked our way to the top of the thing, but then he fell, and I got to the top, and then he wasn't there with me, and the guy in the big white robe, like it showed my whole journey up through that section, and then he just sort of looked at me, and for whatever reason, I got the impression that, like, because there were two journeyers going all the way up, and then at the end it was just me. And he looked at me, and I, for whatever reason, got the impression that he was disappointed in me that I had made this whole journey with someone, but then left them behind to finish on my own, and I should have waited for him. But I don't know, I might just be reading too much into it. But that's what I love about the game, is that you see what you want. You take from it whatever you perceive. It's your own unique experience. But I will play it again. I mean, I had also thought that in the opening desert area, when you first work your way and there's all those, abandoned ruins, you go into one of them and you have an adventure, and I assumed that when you got to the end of that ruin, you would then go back to the beginning area again and work your way through another ruin, so there would be multiple areas, but I guess not. I guess that's just it, and that's the whole game. But it is a very impressive experience, and it's, again, one of those games that everyone was raving about, but I didn't have time to play it, and I never bought it, and I kept meaning to buy it, but then I never did. So when they put it on sale, I said, let me get it. And then I just wanted to try it, just to try it, thinking I'll just play a little bit of it. Like, I figured I'd play the one ruin and then, go back to Ni No Kuni, but then that was the whole game, so it was nice to be able to feel a sense of accomplishment after just, a few hours of playtime. But hopefully the replayability, it's okay on the second go-through, because, it's going to be the same experience, pretty much. But we'll see. I'll give it another shot. But right now I am still trying to finish Ni No Kuni. I'm very close to the end. I'm in the big bad boss's castle now, working my way through there. But Namco Bandai sent me the apology gift for screwing up my Wizard Edition order that they ruined, and I ended up having to go buy the regular game myself at a store. So, as an apology, they sent me this beautiful, full-color, hardcover strategy guide, which is lovely because it has, like, interviews and concept art and such in the back. So it's really nice. But in just browsing through it, I have noticed that when I reach the boss in this castle, that is not going to be the end of the game. There's quite a bit more to do. So this could take even longer than I had expected. So I have to go play some more now. So I will see you next week, which will not quite be the PAX East one. That's the following week is PAX East. And so next week's regular, the one after that will be a special PAX East with a special guest. So look forward to that, but don't skip next week's, please. And I'll see you then. Bye.